Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is part 3 on what if Asta had smoke magic. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. Then, Asta was doing all the Black Bull's chores, and was honestly doing pretty much what his normal training was. Doing lots of work and having great stamina. Until there was the animal. And Asta looks at it and thinks to himself, so how can I tame that beast? Then Asta looks at the bag and says, oh right, he gave me this. And grabs it and says, alright, here you go. Trying to keep a little good distance away from that beast. But the beast tried to bite him. And Asta says, whoa! And when the beast tries to bite him, Asta turns into his anti-smoke. And Asta says, jeez, I'm not the meal, you know. And then Magna and says, I see you're having a good talk with our little pal here. And Asta says, well, luckily I had a very good magic to bypass some of it. And Magna says, no, that's pretty funny. And Asta says, no it isn't. And then Magna says, hey, have you ever considered taking that mask off or anytime, you know? And Asta says, nope. And Magna says in curiosity, but doesn't it smell in there? Maybe it's all that smoke in there. And Asta says, oh, ha ha ha, very funny. And then Magnus says, alright, enough with the jokes. We have another person to have you meet. And Asta says, who is it? And when Magna was gonna say that, there was a girl with silver hair singing, a commoner is here. And then Magna says, oh, there she is. And Asta says, who are you? And Noelle says, I thought a commoner should bow down to nobility. And Asta says, nobility? I honestly don't care about that sometimes. But who are you? And Magnus says, right, this is Noelle Sylvia. And Noelle Sylvia was giving a little insult. I don't need you to tell my name. And then Magnus says, hey, you should do these as well, you know, even if you are a noble. And Noelle says, Then Asta chuckles a bit. And Noelle looks at him. What's so funny? Smokey. And then Asta says, Smokey? Well, I do have smoke coming out of my hair, but yeah, this is gonna be a little fun. And Noelle says, And Asta walks towards Noelle. And Noelle looks at him. What are you doing? And Asta says, you know, I kind of remember someone that looks like you. And Noelle says, oh yeah? Who? And then Asta says, I only heard it from a little book I read when I was a little kid. But I heard that there was a person that was a goddess in war of the battlefield, like a Valkyrie. And Noelle heard that. Oh? And then Asta says, she has such a good look to her, but I don't remember the look of the picture, because it was about 6 when I was 6, I guess. But there was one thing I remember, her hair, and your hair resembles that. And Noelle says, well, I'm going on. And then Asta says, alright, Sylvia. And Noelle walks off. And Magna says, dude, you talk smooth somehow. And Asta says, hey, you can't help but look and admire a person that resembles someone. And then Magna says, who was the person that you read? I don't remember. But one thing is known, that I honestly like her hair. And Magna says, wow, talk about buzzkill, you know. And then Asta says, oh, come on, you gotta give a man some credit for credit's due. And Magna says, he really is that comfortable people to deal with. And then, while Asta was getting out and taking a little break, he stumbles upon Noelle trying to work on her magic. And Noelle says, no, it's not working. And Asta says, it's Miss Silva. I guess she's having a difficult time. Her magic. Asta then felt something wrong. Asta can't stop looking at Noelle, but it's more out of worrisome look. And Noelle's magic spirals out of control and becomes into a water ball and trapping her in. And Asta says, whoa! And then all the black balls felt Noelle's magic and come to help. Then Yami says, alright, you, newbie, try helping her out. And Asta says, what do? But how am I? And then Yami grabs his shirt and Asta says, eh? And then Yami says, here! And throwing him. And Asta says, you're kidding me! Shouting in the air. And Asta thinks, man, I can't let my guard down with both these guys. Asta is not hating it. He's actually having fun with it. And then Asta's hair turns into smoke, darkening his hair. And Asta says, alright, smoke magic, anti-magic merged into mist slash. And Asta uses his karate knife to slash through Noelle's magic and dispelling the out of control magic that Noelle had. And then Asta sees Noelle falling and says no, and teleports with V smoke at a quick rate and grabbing her, holding her and saying, hey, are you okay, Miss Sylvia? And then Noelle hears Asta's voice and says, looking at him with a blushing look out of surprise and seeing how the position is, Noelle then pushes Asta back, slapping him by that, saying, get off! Get away from me! Stupid stuff! And then Asta says, ooh, ow! Yep, there's the smoke I was looking for. And Noelle says, oh, did I make fire? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make fire out of that? And Asta says, no, not what I meant. And Asta then looks at Noelle and says, I never said that you were making fire. You already were fire. And where there's smoke, there's fire, my little ember. And then Noelle hears that, and Vanessa says, my, it seems like we got a interesting person that has a little side teeth that he never shows. And then Asta says, wait, what did I say? Then Noelle slaps him, and Asta says, go! Again! And then Yami says, alright, Magna, you'll be taking these two for their job, okay? And Magna says, right, Captain Yami! And then both Noelle and Asta were with Magna. Magna and Noelle can't fly on their brooms because Asta has anti-magic mixed in with his smoke magic. So it doesn't work for him. But he can fly with his magic. It's just going to take a lot of his magic. Well, can't control her magic, so it makes sense. And Magna says, "Alright, you two, let's get going." And both Asta and Noelle go to a job that was hiring to get rid of boars. And until they got to the village, they see a dome was around it, keeping everyone out from the outside. And then Noelle thinks, how can we get in? And Magna says, it'll take lots of people to get it dispelled. Then Asta says, maybe I can try. And Asta then uses his knife, or his kurogawa, and then creates smoke around it. And a rusty looking knife comes, and Asta swings it, throwing it to it and hitting the barrier. And Noelle says, great idea and nice thinking. And Asta says, seems like that's a good compliment, right? And then Noelle says, shut up, stupid stuff. And Asta says, great to hear it. And then Asta uses his smoke, breathing out, and then sensing lots of terrorists. And Asta says, and Magna says, what's the matter, Asta? And then Asta says, I get this one. And then Asta throws his knife. Huh? And Asta then warps to it with his smoke. And Magna says, whoa! And Noelle says, huh? Is that one of his spells? And Magna says, no, he didn't cast it. And then all the villagers were surrounded by traitors, bits of terrorists. And when the terrorists were going to use fireballs on them, Asta came at the right time and taking one out with a quick knockout. Then all the terrorists were frightened for a second. Huh? Then smoke around them appears with black look around them with no signs of disappearing. They tried to use their magic, but it was dispelled, and the terrorists were thinking, what the hell? How the hell is it dispelling our quirk set, the magic? But then all the terrorists were knocked out with a simple attack that Asta was using. And then a knife was around the terrorist's throat and says, you underestimate the magic I hold around me. And terrorist says, son of a, who are you? And Asta says, well, a good counter to your plot, let's just say. And Asta makes the terrorist bleed a bit with few scratches. And then Asta uses the smoke around it to go into the man's body and then says, what the hell are you doing? And Asta pushes him off and says, oh, it's a temporary situation. It's very reliable though. And then the man uses his magic, but it didn't come. His grimoire isn't working. And Asta says, too bad. I thought it was pretty simple. Here's what I can do. My magic is anti-smoke. And the man says, anti-smoke? And Asta says, yep, my magic allows me to create anti-magic merged with smoke, making it a perfect fit for, well, silent attacks and simple infiltrations of figuring out with stealth. And the man was frightened and says, no matter how you use your magic, it'll never come back until it wears off. My magic allows me to, well, be the perfect counter to any magic, no matter how difficult it is. And the man says, damn it! But then, when the man tries to punch him. Asta says, no. Asta disappeared and says, go to sleep. And knocking him out with a chop. And says, alright, now, the villagers. Magma and Noelle were seeing Asta taking down all of the terrorists with less of a help to deal with these. And Asta says, no, you helped me by getting here. And Magna says, gee, you really are that confident in your abilities, aren't you? And Asta says, guilty. And then Magna gets Asta and Noelle back to the Black Bull base and says, well, at least we got rid of some threats. And Asta says, and we got money out of that. And Asta then shared half of it to Noelle. And Noelle says, but I didn't help. And Asta says, it doesn't matter to me. You need all help you need, Noelle. And Noelle says, don't think I'll say thank you, commoner. And Asta says, alright. And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time. Plus Ultra.